Seem good?
Is it all gone?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Good? That's going in the video. You just tell me when you're ready.
Is it weird if I sit like this?
Nope, you can't see anything. That's totally fine. All right. What's going on, guys? It's Allison and I here, and we're going to answer your questions that you so kindly asked. Real quick, this is a pop filter for my microphone, so if you see that, then I'm sorry. Well, I know you can see it, but hopefully we sound all right. Allison, how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good.
I just did the intro and didn't say anything to you, so I'm sorry. You want to say hello?
This is intro take 2.
Take 2.
The first one was pretty cute, but
You missed it. Sorry.
I had lipstick all over my teeth.
All on our teeth. Okay. You guys asked a lot of questions. There are some questions I'm not going to answer. I got stuff like, what do you think about Roxon on a Honda? What do you think about the Stewarts on Yamahas? What's your opinion on KTM? Stuff like that. I don't have an answer for that. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say, but we're just going to hop right into it. The first question is going to, there were a lot of multiples, like 6 people asked the same thing. I'm just saying the name of the first person who asked it. Jake Taggart asks, where did you meet at? Which I think he means at which, where, at, where did you meet?
At which where?
At which where did you meet? Anyway, don't end your...
each other. I don't know what that accent is. We met through both of our exes.
I was dating Chelsea.
And I was dating her brother.
Corey.
Yes.
So that's how we met.
Yes. But, obviously, we were with our respective others at the time.
Yeah.
So
there was no
funny
hanky-panky.
No.
It was, we individually broke up with our others.
And then afterwards, we came into contact with each other, I believe via Instagram.
Instagram, which had your Kick, and I talked to you on Kick. And then
it's a love
from there,
story for the ages.
It's better than Tinder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gecko Green. Allison, who is your favorite rider?
I like Eli Tomac.
Well, funny because Jammo108 said DeeO clearly, so thanks. No, Tomac's a badass. All right, test. What's Eli Tomac's number?
3.
Oh my! I did not expect her to get that. That is not one we went over.
No.
Danny Dressel asks, DeeO, do you ever get bored of Aztec? And he did say more. Danny, yeah, bro. I definitely get bored of Aztec, but it's so much closer than any other tracks we have here. I ride for free because I help out the track owner. I can always know what to expect with the prep. You don't get like hit and miss days. It's always, relatively good. But yes, I would like if they changed the track just like total... Wow! God, I was just throwing my phone around. I'm talking with my hands. Total revamp, everything on the track changed. I would love that. Yes, I do get bored of Aztec, but at the same time, it's somewhere to ride, and at least it's prepped, so, yeah. Mads Friss, how long have you been together?
2 years.
Coming up on 2 years, on the 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Very close.
Does Allison do any kind of sports?
Not anymore. In high school, I did tennis, and that was about it. I'm not terribly athletic. And I like to do things by myself. I'm not really a team player.
Motocross isn't a team sport. You could be a motocross rider.
Yeah.
Make sure you talk just a little bit louder, please. Okay. All right. The kid Aaron asks, what do you like better, 2 or 4 strokes? That one's obviously for me, and my answer is 4 strokes. 2 strokes have their deal, but if you're going to say ride this 2-stroke or ride this 4-stroke, if it was just me riding, I would ride that 4-stroke. If you asked me the same thing, and I was recording video, I'd say 2-stroke because more people would click on that video. Sean Cheney, how did Sora get his/her name?
First of all, Sora is a lady.
She is a lady.
A lady.
Classy lady.
Very.
Debatable.
I don't know about that. The name Sora came from the video game Kingdom Hearts.
Which I have never played.
Disclaimer, I am not a gamer at all, but that is one of the few games that I ever actually played. So, yeah.
And it's just a cool name.
It's cool.
She was named before I came into Sora and Allison's lives. So I had no input on it, but I absolutely love it.
It makes for some good nicknames,
Yeah.
too.
Sorta Cat, Soar Up.
Soar Up is my favorite.
I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. Big Willie asks, DeeO, what is your favorite thing to do other than YouTube or riding? Yeah, that's where I'm at. Obviously, I like to spend time with Allison on the weekends when she's off. Going hiking is a lot of fun. Just kind of cruising around downtown. Not cruising as in like driving your car around, but like getting out and walking around downtown. When Allison's at work and I'm not working or riding, I'm usually sitting right about here watching Twitch or watching YouTube. I'm a pretty boring person. My favorite thing to do. What else do I do besides riding and YouTube? I don't really do anything else. I like to. You guys know I'm really close with my dad. I like to hang out with my dad. If sometimes we'll go shooting. I like to shoot, and you guys know I just went hunting. I like to actually go to the shooting range and just throw some lead down the range, or go prairie dog hunting, or like shooting Estes rockets. I like to do that with my dad. When I'm not riding or doing YouTube, which when I ride I'm with my dad, I'm usually with my dad. If I'm not with you, I spend a lot of time with my dad. Mountain Man. When or will you get a new bike? I don't know when. I will in the future. I'm not going to have the same bike forever, but definitely not in the cards, not in the bank account as of right now. But someday, yeah, for sure. Someday, that's all I can tell you. Someday I will get a new bike. Odie, ODDI. Will Allison ride with you anytime? We had so many questions about Allison riding. I think I have them repeated in here, but will you ride with me anytime?
Maybe. I don't foresee myself like riding regularly by any means. I don't know. It's dangerous. I don't know.
We'll see though.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people ask about that. It's also expensive. Golden Sniper. Do you think you will ever travel to other states and ride, like Arizona or California? Maybe, but you know, it's hard with a 40-hour work week and money and stuff to be able to drive to these places far away. Spend money in hotels and track fees and stuff. I would really like to, but it's kind of the thing you got to save up for. Save up paid time off from work, save up money, get a weekend, and you couldn't really just do Saturday and Sunday. You'd have to take off like Friday and Monday or something and make like a 4-day weekend out of it. So it's kind of hard to piece together, but I would definitely like to. LNNT. Would you ever come to Europe to race races here? No. That's way too much of a stretch to go to Europe with a bike. I can't even afford to just go to Europe by myself, let alone...
I feel like if we made it to Europe, we would probably be doing other things.
Yeah,
right?
Besides riding. Do you watch or follow MXGP? No. Big Zay. Opinion on Yamahas. They're blue, that's my opinion. Allison, what is it like to have a semi-famous husband? Like, is it weird that he talks to a camera all the time?
No, I don't think so. I mean, he was really open about it before we were even, like, dating. I thought it was really funny because you were, like, so serious about it. You're like, I have to tell you something.
Yeah, like,
I make YouTube videos. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's always funny. You tell someone, like, I make YouTube videos, and they're like, do you do, like, comedy sketches? And you're like, no. And then it used to be like, oh, I played motocross video games. And they're like, really? Video games? And it's like, you realize that video games is, like, the highest category on YouTube. That's what most things are. But now at least I can say, oh, I do motocross videos, and it's a little bit cooler than it used to be. But
yeah. I don't know. It's cool when you go to the track, and there's just always someone.
That's pretty cool.
Like, DeeO.
Yeah, it feels like anytime I go to a track that's not Aztec, just because Aztec, well, I mean, I met this guy named Dalton the other day. You guys saw it in the video, but if I go up to a track like up north, there's almost always someone who I haven't seen before, and they come up, they're like, I watch you on YouTube, and that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people are like, you're famous, and I'm like, no, I'm not, and then that happens, and it's like, kind of more famous. That sounds so stupid to say, but I guess I am.
If you think about like how many people subscribe to your channel and everything, like
it's pretty nutty.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of people. ATV versus RC sounds awesome. I should check out his channel. Favorite AMA outdoor track? The only one I've ever been to is Thunder Valley. So personal experience, I can't say, but all the tracks, man. If I could pick like any track to go to, I always used to say Washougal because it's in Washington, but I've heard that's not really a very good track and you can't see a lot of it. I would like to go to like Unadilla up in New York or The Ironman National in Indiana, I think that'd be a cool one. Really, any of them, man. I can't even decide.
Yeah.
Probably not like Glen Helen. Even though Glen Helen's like a legendary track, I'd want to go to somewhere more like picturesque and cool. I guess Glen Helen is cool, don't get me wrong, but whatever. Shieldinator. How old is Allison?
I am 24. My birthday is in February, so I'm closer to 25.
That she is.
Kinda.
Ninja Michael, if you could, what track outside of the U.S. would you like to ride? I don't know tracks outside the U.S. that well, but I used to love playing Udavala on MX Simulator. That's as close as I can tell you. So I used to love that track, and I think that'd be a fun one to ride. Skeeter, 57. Are you guys planning on leaving Colorado anytime in the future?
Like, moving?
I'm sure that's what he means.
Just busy. I mean, we don't have any, like, solid plans or anything. I don't, like, I would be open to it, like, if
but we don't
the
have, like,
opportunity,
plans for it.
Yeah.
There were a lot of questions that were stuff like that, or, like, will you ever move, or do you want a bigger house? And all of that really just depends on our jobs once Allison finishes up her degree, and it just depends. Like, if we could get killer jobs in South Carolina, that's where we'll go. If we can get killer jobs here in Colorado, this is where we'll be. If we could get awesome jobs in Washington State,
would be cool.
So,
if anyone's watching,
Chicken King will be watching. But yeah, so it really just depends on jobs. A lot of these questions will relate back to that. But yeah, we've talked about it, and we would be open to moving. When I thought I had a pretty good shot at a job in Idaho, we are actually like looking up stats about, not stats, that sounds silly, but information about Idaho and stuff.
I'm a researcher,
She's
so
a
as
researcher.
soon as I like hear something about that, I'm like looking at every like town. And
that was
what
like 2
the
years
housing
ago, by the
market
way,
is
so
like.
it's not happening. But anyway, let's move on. Night HD, what is? Oh, there was another question from Skeeter. Will you still make videos when you have kids? Plan to, if I'm still doing videos in general, which I don't foresee myself stopping. It'll obviously be harder, and maybe like the videos would be geared a different way. But
family oriented.
Yeah, it all just depends. Like, if I have some amazing job and Allison can be at home all day, or switched, if Allison gets some amazing job and I'm at home all day, then obviously, like, things will just be different. But I don't know. I think it'd be cool to do videos with a little dude or a little dudette.
I think it'd be cool.
Night HD, what is the thing you like most about each other? You first.
Oh, so many things.
I like how you always can decide what you want for dinner. Ha! Good one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know that I have one anymore.
Oh, there's nothing good about me.
No.
Rough.
I like your sense of humor.
The guy even said that at the wedding. He said I have a good, at the ceremony, he was like, he has a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because I was laughing a lot. Not in a bad way, I was just happy.
Just
I was giddy. I was giddy.
At me. It's like,
Oh, that's not true. My favorite thing about Allison is everything. She's just, I don't know, like, we just match really well. Like, we're both kind of chill, laid back. You don't see me Snapchatting, like, at clubs or parties, and it's usually Allison asleep on the couch and me watching TV. That's
my natural
and
state.
me watching TV is my natural state. We just work really well together. That's probably my favorite thing. Like, she's very understanding, very supportive of all this kind of stuff, and I don't know. We can just chill and be
just have
happy
fun
together.
and
Yeah.
like whatever we're doing.
Exactly. If you could get a brand new 450, what brand would it be? I would go with the new Honda. After riding Brendan's Honda, I really like that bike, and the 2017 is supposed to be amazing. I would go with a Honda 450. Rob Bird, do you think you guys will come to the UK next year? He said he'd love to meet us.
Well, Rob, kind of goes back to the money.
Yeah.
Money.
We were talking about like doing a cruise and maybe like a European cruise, but if we did that, like, I don't know exactly where you are, but each country essentially would be like a day, right?
Yeah.
It'd be like a day here, then a day here, then a day here. So I don't know, but it's hard to say.
One of my goals is to get over there.
Yeah. Luke Dexter edits. Have you ever been to England? I have not. Mm-mm.
I have never been out of the country.
I've been out of the country, but just not to England yet. Landon Giles? Gilles? Giles?
Gilles.
Gilles. When are you going to have a baby?
That's very demanding.
8 months.
I don't know.
Sorry, Mom. That's a joke.
That's a joke.
Our plan essentially is before I'm 30. I'm 26 now. I'm going to be 27 in June. So it gives us a bit of a gap right now, but really we both want Allison to be able to finish her degree and not like be thrown off a semester or something like that. And a lot of people say like you never have enough money. If you're waiting until you have enough money, you'll never be there, but we'd still like to have more than what we have now. So within the next 3 years, I suppose. It's exciting. It really is. It doesn't seem like I'm excited now, but that makes me really excited.
I'm excited and scared.
Yeah. Would you want a
like
boy or
childbirth
girl?
is horrifying. Either.
We
Both?
actually talked
What if
about.
it was twins?
Oh, that's not the both I was thinking about.
Oh. No. Preferably
One
like,
of each, twins. That's
Yeah.
fine. That would be real exciting. Really, yeah. Boy or girl. We actually talked about this the other day, and I gave the stereotypical answer, as long as they're healthy, but really, I think it'd be fun to have a little boy and have them ride and do sports, but it'd be super cute to have a little girl. Like, I think of my nieces and all the cool
Dress.
stuff they do.
Dress these children so cute.
Yeah, Team 991 beanies. Will they race? That's up to them, man. It's the kind of thing, like, I would definitely want to teach them to ride and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be like, you're racing this weekend, because even for me, like, even Allison will be like, you should race this weekend. I'm like, I don't know about that. So, that'd be super hypocritical if I was like, you're going to race this weekend. I would never be like that.
Yeah, like introduce them to it. And
Yeah, just show them it's an option,
love
and
it.
that's that. Braden Valley, what does Allison do for work?
I work at a cosmetic store, Sephora.
Tell
Pretty
all your
much the
girlfriends. Your
best
girlfriends will know.
cosmetics.
Your girlfriends will know what Sephora is. Promise you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
What do you do there? Like, let's get a little more in depth in that.
I am a skincare specialist, so I mostly I do like little facials for people, and I just teach them how to take care of their skin and all that, and I get little makeup here and there.
And fragrance. You used to do fragrance, so perfumes and
A
cologne.
little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
I just sell. I'm a selling machine, basically.
Yep. Pontus Ivarsson. How long have you guys been together / married? So we already touched on being together. It's coming up on 2 years. We've been married 2 months now. 2 months and some change. Trey Bloggett. Who does the cat like more?
That's a hard one.
Nope. Her. The cat loves both
That's why I
of
didn't
us.
want to answer.
She loves both of us. But, like, even when I'm sitting at my computer and I'm editing and stuff, editing videos like this, I move too much. Like, I'm too kind of fidgety. And the cat will be, like, sitting on my lap. And then she'll get mad and jump off and jump back on. But with Allison, like, she can just spot up. And Allison just sits perfectly still reading or watching TV or doing
I will
homework, everything.
Try
And
not to disturb her
Yeah.
and just let her be.
so, yeah, like, I don't know. It's funny, though. Like, if Allison's in the living room and I'm in the office here, the cat will sometimes sit, like, right in between the two of us. Like, she doesn't want to, like, favor either of us. Yeah, as soon as you, like, get up to move, she'll run with you, but
Yeah.
she's locked in a different room right now because she was meowing at our door.
I bet anything she's sitting right outside the door right now.
She's actually in our bedroom.
Oh, is she? Did
Yeah.
you lock her in?
Yes.
Well, she wasn't locked in the bedroom. She would be sitting
Yes.
right there.
Cole Dingle, what are your plans for the next 5 to 10 years? This is another one that just relates back to jobs. I would like to move up in my job or get a new job doing essentially the same thing. And Allison wants to...
I mean, I like the industry that I'm in, so possibly, like, if I could do something a little bit less within, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Less in the store, more...
constrained.
Yeah, more
Or,
corporate level.
Do like be like an account executive for a brand or something. That'd be cool.
Though this does say 5 to 10 years, so that's quite a bit further out. Like we already talked about, I guess by 10 years, honestly, we could have 2 kids. House move if our job requires.
Yeah.
So just live
Could be
life, go
completely
from there.
different.
Could be. Chris Conduit, if you could get a sponsorship off any company or of any company, who would you choose? Okay, you got to be smart on these ones because a lot of people just be like, Fox. No. You gotta think this through. Any company, you gotta say like Walmart. Because it's like, oh, I'm sponsored by Walmart. Think of Ryan Dungey, Target, even better. You're like, you know what? I really need a new laptop. Oh, Target has those. Mm-hmm. Oh, I really need groceries. Super Target has those. Oh, my headphones broke.
It's not a super Target. Why
even bother? Yeah. No. Oh, I need a new hoodie. Target has those. Yeah. So you got to be smart. Or you could say something like Honda, because then you could get a bike. You could also get a Ridgeline or like a Civic. See, I'm just thinking high level. Like you might say, DeeO, if you get a sponsorship with Target, or if you get a sponsorship with Honda, you're not getting a Civic. But I'm saying, if you're going to sponsor me, we're going all out. I'm going to be sponsored by Donald Trump, okay? About that. So I'm saying, like, I think Super Target.
Super Target.
Never pay for groceries again. I'm looking over here. We have DVDs, electronics.
Yeah. Ooh, yes.
Just furnishings. I would have those huge clocks everywhere that I can't afford.
Clock in everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's, yeah.
You gotta think smarter. All right. Did you have an answer for that?
Who would want to be sponsored
by? Yeah.
I don't know what I would be sponsored for. The Target idea sounds pretty good to me.
I'll go Target and you could go like Whole Foods or something. I don't know. Not that we even shop there now, but if we were sponsored, I guess we could.
If we could afford to shop at Whole Foods.
Hammer85 asks my favorite AMA rider. I don't have a favorite. I like most everybody. I don't know. I just like the good racing. What about you? Do you have a favorite? You said Tomac, so I suppose probably Tomac still.
Yeah, let's go with that.
It's a long video. If you guys are still watching, thank you. Chris360, are you guys ever going to move to another state? That's another one we kind of touched on with the jobs. Just depends on jobs. Buy stack. Tacos or burritos? Kisi taco flavor kisis.
Well, I don't like that. I'm gonna say burrito.
I'm gonna go with crunchy tacos.
Okay, we balance each other.
Yeah, burritos you can get like a lot fattier, not fattier, like bigger, but tacos just from Taco Bell, like the Doritos Nacho Loco Crunch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess can I say burrito bowl? Because I don't really ever eat like a burrito.
Okay, fair. You can say burrito bowl. All right.
Yeah.
White guy asks, Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
I don't have a preference. Like, if I go to the store and they have both, I'll get, like, if one is, like, 2 for $2 or whatever, I'll just get the cheaper one. But, I don't know. I like vanilla Coke quite a bit, so I'll go with vanilla Coke. I'll go with Coke just because of that. But, like, I'll get a cherry Coke or I'll get a wild cherry Pepsi, you know? Or even, I think they have that cherry vanilla Pepsi, which is good, too. But I'll just go with Coke. This one, yeah. Would you rather clean and butcher a gut shot or an ass shot? White guy, I don't have enough experience yet with hunting, but I think I'd rather, it's hard to say, I guess I'd maybe go with gut, because I feel like the ass shot, you'd ruin quite a bit of good meat back there, but the gut shot, you'd ruin probably some meat in the rib area or the stomach, whatever. I'm going to go with ass I'm going to go with gut just because I don't know well enough, and I apologize. Ben N asks, what are Allison's interests and hobbies?
I like to read. I don't know, I'm super boring. I like to read. I like watching movies. I like hiking. Mm-hmm. I like music. I like shopping. Drawing and painting. Yeah, vacation. I need to get more back into, I don't know.
School's just throwing me off, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of diminishes my desire for
motivation.
Else.
Brian Ennis, if Allison had a race number, what would it be? 3-digit math. Okay, 37. I like it. Boom. Quick answer. Steven, okay, real quick, people are going to ask, any reason why?
It's just always been my favorite number, and I have no explanation for it. It seems like a good one.
There you go. Stephen McCormick, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? There's so many places. The world is a big place.
The world is a very big place. Man. This is hard. I would like to go to Ireland. I would like to go to Italy. I'm just gonna start listing. Like,
Just one more.
Just
one more.
gosh, I don't know. China.
We talked about this the other day, and I actually said Greece because we were talking about like ancient philosophers and stuff, philosophizers.
Like some
And,
mythology.
yeah, or Rome because of like the, is it the cathedral, right? No, the
Colosseum?
Colosseum and all that kind of stuff. I think that's really cool. But really, anywhere would be awesome. Finn's fan 555. If you were to have a kid, what would you name him or her?
I don't know if.
What was our girl name?
Well, we're not gonna
Something
say
Indiana.
it on here.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna say it on here, so you don't take it, you kids. Okay. Well, you should have told me that I had this question. Blake Rowland, Allison. How many I made a typo and I couldn't figure it out. How many Insta followers have you gotten since being with Daniel?
Oh, quite a few. I would say like probably like 1,000.
Probably
Because I'm
1,000.
pretty sure I had like 400 something like before.
Yeah.
And now I have like 1,400 something. It's quite a few.
Yeah. Slim Twitch. What's your favorite cereal?
I'm not a huge cereal person.
Big person.
Why can I like not think of any cereals right now?
I don't know. I really like Frosted Cheerios. Like anything that's sugary, duh. Like Frosted Cheerios. I also like Cinnamon Life a lot though, and just Frosted Mini Wheats. But yeah, I'm trying to cut back on carbs, which is pretty much what cereal is. So
Yeah. I would say like Frosted Mini Wheats. Probably.
yeah, those are solid.
Yeah.
John McDonald, how would Allison feel if you went pro?
I mean, proud.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that'd be like my main feeling.
That works. Nolan Raymond, has Allison ever rode a dirt bike in her life? No.
I've ridden on one.
Ridden on one on the back of mine before.
Yeah.
Michael Purcell, when will you all get a bigger house? Our lease is up in June, and we'd like to get a house.
I don't know if it'll necessarily be bigger.
Yeah, we might.
So, like,
We'd be all right with downgrading,
Yeah.
as long as we still have a garage for the bike. That's really my main thing. Like we can get by with one bedroom would be hard just because my office, but we could really get by with one bed, one bath. It'd be a change, but we could do it. But
We're just kind of spoiled.
We
right
are,
now, really.
but we'll see. So June is when our lease is up, and I don't think we're planning on staying here, but we'll see how things pan out. Sean Beers, do you make money off YouTube? If so, how much? It's kind of a rude thing to ask people like what their weight, and their age. Those would think they're way too similar.
Wage, weight, and weight.
Yep, exactly. Anyway, usually varies between $220 and $280 per month, which if you're a young kid and you get like $20 allowance, you might be like, whoa, that's so much money, but that's one bill. Like, that does not go far. You know, I try and put it back into the channel the best I can, but that is not like I'm making a lot of money off of YouTube. But I do make some money, so I appreciate you guys, because you guys are the reason I make it off of AdSense. RMX Benahoff, who is your favorite YouTuber?
Ooh. I don't.
You
watch
like
that much
really don't even
YouTube.
go on YouTube. You can just say me then.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Or maybe like some sort of like makeup.
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking. A makeup tutorial kind of thing. I don't know. I like Yellows, obviously. Yellows. I like his like real life stuff when he does it, which isn't that often anymore, sadly. I don't know. Who's one that I like click on every time? Scotty Kramer. Easy.
Yeah.
Scotty Kramer. That should have been easier than I made it. Ryan Barden, what's Allison's worst fear?
Oh gosh.
We have so many still.
I don't know. I'm pretty claustrophobic.
Yeah, you are.
So I think like yeah I am. Being like trapped in a cave or something. It would be terrible. But I would totally want to like visit a cave or something. I don't know. Like a cool cave, not just like a hole in the...
Fair enough. Corey, do you think you'll ever do a North American tour, like going around USA and Canada and ride different tracks? Unfortunately, no, because there's no way that my job and bank account allow for it. That would be really cool, but there's no way that I can absolutely do that. Hydra asks, if Allison would get a bike, what would it be? Probably like a Honda CRF 150, CRF 150. It'd be small enough that she'd be able to manage it, but it would still, like, once she got better with it, she could still, like, actually use it and go fast, you know, obviously not like 450 speed, but I wouldn't want to do like a 110. I'd want a bike that would actually work for her, I think. And then maybe like once she got the hang of that, then move up to like a 125 or a 250F, but that's probably not going to happen, I would suppose. Because you wouldn't really be interested in riding on the track anyway. It'd be more like we'd go trail riding and stuff.
Trail riding.
Ray H4, are you guys ever going to leave Colorado? We've talked about that a few times. Allison, what was your knowledge of moto before meeting DeeO?
My knowledge of moto? Not much, really. Like, the only people I ever knew who did motocross were kind of not my favorite people.
Happens.
So, they're a little douchey.
Yeah, some people are.
Maybe it wasn't the best impression.
Jack Petros, what do you do for a living? We already talked about Allison's. I work at an advertising agency, and I do social media and reputation management. It's pretty cool. Matt Clark, 55. Would you ever meet up with Tyler from Inverted and ride with him? Him and I were actually talking about this about a week ago, and we definitely like to. About a week ago. We definitely like to. He is about, the track he rides out is a 10-hour drive from here. So that'd be the kind of thing that I'd have to like at least get off Friday, but preferably like Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Monday, and then like make a whole weekend out of it. We have talked about it, but again, that's money, that's time. If I could, I would definitely like to. He seems like a pretty cool guy. Frank Fields, if you had $10,000, which brand and size bike would you get? I would get that new Honda 450. Xander LaRue, do you live in the same house?
Yes.
Yeah, we're married. We live in the same apartment.
Yep.
A few people ask that, which is kind of silly.
We've lived together almost as long as we've
Almost.
been together. We moved in really early.
Yeah, the time we got together to when my lease was ending was like, what, 3 months?
3 months.
But then she was even staying with me at my old apartment before that. So it's the kind of thing, like, some people get married after knowing each other for 3 weeks. Some people get married after 13 years. People move at different speeds, and everything just worked out really well for us. Noah Wallstrom Parknert. Why do you prefer to use handguards? Honestly, now I just like the look. I thought about taking them off before, and I'm just so used to how they look on my bike. I almost feel like this is really stupid, but the same thing with like 991 and now my white bike. It's almost like iconic for my channel and for me. And I feel like without the handguards, like it's not really DeeO. And I know it's super stupid, but that's really how I feel. But also when it's cold and there's roost, yeah, it's nice to not have your hands getting absolutely just peppered with roost. So they do serve a nice purpose for roost, but I just like how they look on the bike now. RC Maniac, will you play Reflex again? I hardly play Reflex as it is, so I probably won't do videos of it, but you never know. I won't say for sure no, but I wouldn't hold my breath for it. Aaron asks, Allison, how do you feel about DeeO doing YouTube as a side job? Did you think it was weird when you first met him? Kind of talked about that, but how do you feel about it as a side job?
I think it's awesome. Like, you enjoy it, so it's cool to make a little extra money off of something
like
that
I said, it pays a bill, so it's cool. It at least pays for the internet. So, Ian Kieran, and just so you know, our internet is definitely less than $200. Not much though, like $80. What color is Allison gonna dye her hair next? That was the one
my hair that much.
When I wrote this, I laughed, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "You don't get to hear this question until we do it live." You just dyed it the other day.
Yeah. It's not that different, though. I don't
It's just
know.
like more reddish now.
Yeah, it's
You
red.
can't tell in this light.
I don't know. What should I?
I really like this, but I think someday you should go back to blonde for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like crazy blonde, but maybe. I don't know. I always say, I'm like, no, I'm going to stay dark. I'm done. And then I dye it again. So, yeah, probably
That's fun.
that will be what.
Jesse Newton, Allison, what was your opinions on Moto before you met Daniel? She kind of answered that. How has it changed? I'm not douchey, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I'm not douchey. And the people that I've met, like your friends and stuff, they're not douchey. So I have a more positive opinion of it, I guess.
Make sure you talk a little louder, please.
Yeah.
Just
it's
lean forward.
interesting.
Yeah. Daniel, this is still from Jesse. What would you say is the best part of the sport of motocross? Well, Allison kind of said all the people she's met have been really cool. And for me, it's just the community and all the people you meet there. I don't know, there's not many places that you go and meet people like that. And like she said, when we go up to another track, and there's always people coming up and saying, hey, because they recognize me from YouTube. So obviously I kind of have a leg up from that. But even if I didn't, when you're in the pits, you can turn to the guy next to you and be like, hey, man, how's it going? How do you like the track today or whatever? And you guys can make a super cool connection. So that's just what I like, is just the group of people you get at the track is a very cool mix. There's a lot of different people, but having one similar passion and you're all there for the same reason, that's what I like, is just the community. Motocrosser 22, what is your favorite childhood memory? This is a hard one.
Probably Disney World.
Nice. Yeah. That's good.
That's a good one.
For me, I don't even know. I was always happy growing up. They're all good memories. I don't know. I can't just pick one single thing out.
Yeah.
Because people probably expect me to say something about riding, but there was so much more than riding. Riding wasn't my main focus. I was doing so much stuff. Basketball as a third grader was fun. Wrestling as a second grader. I won my first ever tournament that I entered. That was cool. I don't know. If you could keep 5 possessions, what would they be? So I assume So I was thinking about this because I've read these, obviously. Allison hasn't. But I hasn't. Let's move back to Florida. If you don't count, obviously, Allison and Sora, because I wouldn't say those are possessions. It's not the 1800s.
Possess the cat.
We do kind of possess the cat. All right, so if we count Sora for 1, but then after that, I would say my bike, my truck, my computer. Mostly these things are going in the order of their expense. I don't know if you guys realize that. And then probably my firearms.
That's good. I don't really have a list. The
cat, the Color Punk makeup palette, her Color Pop lipstick.
What Color Punk is.
What's the stupid? Not stupid. There's a punk something. What's it called? There's a makeup palette called Punk. Yeah, and it's all poppy.
I don't think I have one.
Okay, there's going to be something edited in that's going to be a picture of whatever it is that's punk. Just so you guys know, because I'm not wrong.
There's a fragrance called Cuddle Punk, which is my new nickname.
Yes. Okay, did you have any else for this? I'm sorry,
I'm not that attached to goods, I guess.
Chicken King 55, who I mentioned earlier. Do you enjoy living in town, or would you rather have a place in the country like your parents?
I wouldn't say country, but mountains.
Mountains.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I don't like the commute from my parents' house, but I do like how my parents' house is. So if I could have a job where I didn't have to commute, I wouldn't mind living in the country or living in the mountains or something like that. But living in town is really convenient, but at the same time that kind of gets you in dietary trouble, meaning that Taco Bell is right there. When you live in Calhan and you have to drive 25 minutes to go to Taco Bell, actually Taco Bell's even further because they don't have one in Falcon, then it's really deters you from that kind of stuff. So impulse spending you can't do out in the country, and then you have room to ride or have a dog or have a horse or whatever you want to do. That would be pretty cool. Trials Bike 2000. Would you say marriage is worth it knowing there's a chance of divorce?
Yes.
Absolutely,
there's
man.
Always a chance of bad things.
That's like saying, do you think it's worth it to ride a dirt bike because you could crash? Do you think it's worth driving to work because you could crash? Is it worth anything like that? That's the silliest thing. Yeah, man. You got to take risks in life, and I'm shaking the whole computer. Yeah, man. That's not even something we think about. Sprocket H14. What location did you propose and when? Do you want to tell a story or me? We're at 40 minutes, you guys. So it was at Painting with a Twist, which is where you go and they have like they have an instructor and you're painting like a set painting, whatever. So we had done it before and it was a lot of fun. And then we went again and I had prearranged it and talked to the place. So we were actually like facing each other. Usually you're sitting next to each other so you can look over and like see each other's painting. But I invited her friend and her friend's fiance. And so I was sitting next to him and they were sitting next to each other and they were in on it. And so instead of painting, it was like love hanging from the telephone wires, I painted "Will you marry me?" And yeah, so then like at the end of the class, it's like, okay, everyone, let's see your paintings, and you all hold them up. And the guy friend helped me hold up, or he held it up, and then I kneeled down in front of her, in front of the whole class, and everyone was all hyped. So it was like,
it was all girls,
and they're like, oh, yeah, it was us four, and then probably 20 to 30 other people. And he asked when, not the date, but like time of day, and it was like about noon, and it was kind of rushed. Because, like, I wanted a painting that made sense with it and would work for her friend, because her friend is a police officer. She works wonky hours. She actually took the day off for that. So, we had to just kind of make it work, but it ended up being pretty awesome, I thought.
It was nice.
Cool. Bane Hunter, what is your favorite food? What's mine?
Steak.
Yours is seafood.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. What else do you like?
I don't know.
Mexican food, or Chinese food.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
I don't have like a single favorite food. Depending on my mood, if you put something in front of me, I'll be like, yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds really good. Sprocket, how long were you together before you got married? So 2 years minus 2 months. There you go. Braden Trotter, how does Allison feel about you spending the majority of Saturday and Sunday riding instead of doing other stuff?
I think it's good. I don't know. Do what you like.
Yeah, and if I wasn't riding, I would be sitting here watching Twitch. So probably better that I get out and go ride. Santopia, what's the most terrible restaurant you both ate at? So I was thinking of this one, because I don't think I've ever had a terrible restaurant experience, but the restaurant I was most let down by was the Elephant Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like I was spitting out the food, but it was like, meh, that wasn't worth whatever we paid for it.
I can't think of a specific one, but I feel like it would be somewhere that we stopped on like a road trip, like my family and I. Like,
Yeah, so not us.
Yeah, not us. But like we used to take road trips all the time, and we would drive from like Florida to Colorado or Colorado to Florida, and you just go through like all these like tiny towns. So probably just some like dinky, gross.
It's not a restaurant, but at the territory days, I had alligator on a stick, and that was really gross. It was really chewy. Jake Hearthhill 167. If one day you had the time and money, would you come to SoCal for a few days after the rain and hit up the hills? No, probably not. If I had the time and money, I would probably invest it somewhere else than to go to SoCal after the rain. And I know that's like a legendary, that's what everyone wants to do, but I think I would rather go to like a different track, like go down to Texas or head somewhere east. Cali would not be my first pick. Brap Games, do either of you ski or snowboard?
I've never done either, but I want to snowboard, probably.
I started skiing when I was in, what did we talk about, 4th grade? I skied a few times, and then I started snowboarding with my friend Justin. And then I snowboarded up until high school when I hurt my shoulder on the dirt bike, surprise, surprise. And I haven't been snowboarding since, so it's probably been like 8 years, maybe even longer now, 8 to 10 years. But yeah, we do want to, but it's an expensive thing. So we're thinking next year we might make it happen. Mason Nicholas, did you ever consider the military? I never did, no. I respect and love our military, but it was never something for me. Woven is here. Does Allison like you riding? What are her thoughts on it? We've kind of went over that a few times. Basic Crowd. Can you keep making videos on what you do to your bike, like maintenance and upgrades? Yeah, I'll definitely keep doing that. I've been enjoying that, and I think you guys have been too. Sleepy. If you could buy any car and dirt bike, what would they be? Ford GT, that Alta Redline, I think it's Redline, Redshift, the electric bike that Josh Hill was racing in Street Rhythm.
I know nothing about bikes or cars, really.
Just go with the RAV4.
Yeah, I would take my neighbor's, well, not take my neighbor's, but get the same thing my neighbor has.
Which is like a 2016 Toyota RAV4.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
It's all black.
Mm-hmm. It's black on black. It's nice. Chase Hewitt, Allison, what are your thoughts on the risks DeeO takes while riding? Do you like it or just put up with it because he loves to do it?
I never feel like I'm putting up with anything.
Just like, bang.
I don't know. You know, there's a risk, but I just hope that you're always safe and everything.
If you guys remember long ago when I was racing the 125 and my back end slipped out and I high-sided and like rolled with the bike flipped and I rolled, that was like one of the first weeks we were talking. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I crashed really bad today and sent her the video and stuff.
He was sending me pictures of his bruise.
I don't even know which bruise that was, but yeah.
It's pretty good. I was
I
like, wow,
yeah.
you like to live dangerous.
Yes. Julian Castillo, are you more interested in your 450 or 125 450? Pros and cons of each. 450 has more power. The 125 you can ride like tapped out. Like you can just go all out everywhere. You don't have to worry about like going too fast. And it's like if you get yourself in trouble, the bike is light enough and it doesn't have enough power that you can just kind of throw it back where you want it for the most part. But I still prefer the 450. Chatin Hideki, I don't know if I'm mistyping these or if they were just that weird. Would you come ride at Pawnee Cycle Club? Yeah, I've heard of it before up by Sterling. I just haven't yet, but yeah, I would like to. Tate Wilson, have you hunted anything other than antelope? What would be a dream hunt for you? Last year I hunted for elk. Didn't even see one good enough to pull the trigger. Dream hunt, I'm not like a huge hunter. This was only my second time ever big game hunting, but I love elk. Like I don't think I've ever even eaten it, but like my phone lock screen is an elk. It's just like a beautiful creature. I don't know, I can't get that to like focus any better, but elks are just really cool. I just love the thought of an elk. So being able to track down, hunt, and then eat this awesome creature would be cool.
I don't know why that just reminded me of a salmon being your spirit.
Yes. Yeah. Jay Hemshirk, is Allison going to be in more of your videos in the future?
Sure.
There we go. Awesome. Pinky promise on that.
I have
How
a tiny
about?
fist. Did you see that? How tiny?
Give me a pinky promise on that. Boom. All right. Denied Network. Where was your first date and how did it go? I like this question because it's actually a kind of cool answer. Where was it? So I don't remember the exact date. I doubt you do either. Because it was before December 8th because we dated and then decided that we liked each other enough to be together. Now we're like sitting all far away. But so she came over and it was like on a Thursday. And the plan was we were going to go to the bowling alley that was right down the road from my old apartment. And I was calling them and checking their website all day. And, like, I couldn't get an answer. And it was saying on their website, like, yeah, it's open today. And I'm calling, no one's answering. So she comes over and I'm like, hey, I was planning on going bowling, but they're not answering. Let's go check it out. Because it was, like, a quarter mile down the road. So we drive there. All the lights are off. No one in the parking lot. I walk up to the door and it's like, sorry, we're closed indefinitely or whatever. And it was like building for sale. So like the bowling alley went out of business like in a week. I had no idea about it. I went there quite a bit before and it was totally closed. So then I was like, you want to go to this place called Size Burgers? And she's like, sure. So we went and got burgers and fries and probably shakes. I don't even remember. And then went back to my apartment because again, it was really close and we literally Netflixed and chilled, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't think we watched, or I'm sure we watched a movie. I don't remember what movie. Because then the plan was our first date was going to be going to see, it was Inception, what's it? Interstellar in theaters. But since we had that plan for Friday, we went Thursday, and we probably just watched some silly movie on Netflix, but we just ate and made out. Whoops. Luke Baker, do you guys live together? We sure do. Ben White, what's the longest amount of time y'all haven't seen each other? This is a kind of good one because we just didn't, this isn't like any amount of time, but today I got back from hunting, which I left Friday, so we didn't see each other all day Saturday until tonight on Sunday. But the actual longest time was for work. Allison had to go to, or got to go. It was a
pretty cool,
pretty prestigious deal. She got to go to San Francisco. So she was there for like 5 days.
Yeah.
So that's the longest in our 2 years that we've been apart. But actually, the longest amount of time we haven't seen each other was approximately 24 years.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Because get it, we were born and we didn't meet each other.
Not 24 years.
Yeah,
like 22 years.
Yeah. Mason Maddox, what's the biggest jump you've ever done? It's not like I've ever measured the jumps, man. I don't even, probably one of the ones at Lakewood. Those are probably the biggest jumps that I've done. That'd be my guess. I really don't know, but that's my guess. KV, does Allison drive?
Yes.
She can see over the steering wheel. What type of car?
It's a little Ford Focus. That I would like to trade in, but
nothing's wrong with it. It's a good little car.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
How much would you ride if you had to pay at Aztec? I think I'd still ride the same amount, but I wouldn't go to Aztec as much. I might go to other tracks. Because if I'm going to pay the $20 anyway, I might go to other tracks. But I don't know. Maybe I would take a few more weeks off during the year. Woolly T291. What caliber of rifle do you use while hunting? I used a 7mm Remington Magnum. Do you intend on doing another organized race in the future? I don't really have plans for it, but I'll probably do one eventually. Parker Miller, do you like your job? That was just general. So do you like your job?
I do. It's fun.
Do I like my job? It's all right. It's the best job I've ever had, but I'm getting kind of bored with it because it's not a very exciting industry to me personally. So I don't have a lot of passion for it. It's social media, which I do have passion for, but the industry in which it is, meh. Jared Davidson, still getting inverted gear? Yes. Getting boots resold or new boots? New boots, because my boots, I could get them resold, but they're so weak in the ankles and stuff now. I want the new added protection. I'm Coimbra 15. Did you pursue a career in moto when you were young, or just ride for fun? Just for fun. I won a Loretta's area qualifier, whatever the first one is, area, regional, whatever the first division is. I won one of those, and I never even went on to the next regional or whatever it is. Dallas Ferguson, do you guys poop and pee with the door open?
Oh.
I pee with the door open. And then we had a bunch from Quags, if it'll load. And so I didn't write these down because he asked a bunch. So these are going to be the last ones. We're in the home stretch, you guys. If you're seriously watching this long, you are beasts and legends. Quag says, okay, I've been trying to think of a bunch over the past few days to put them in one comment. Feel free to answer any, all, or none. Since you guys spend a lot of time at Aztec, DeeO, what improvements do you think could be made for riding the track? Just changing it up, a complete change. They've always had that finish line tabletop. I think they need to flatten the whole area and start totally anew. I think that'd be, I know that's a long stretch, but if they wanted to do it right, take, even a full month off and just work on the track. Allison, what improvements could be made for spectators?
I don't have a whole lot to compare it to or anything.
True.
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty easy to see what's going on. You can see most of the track. There's stands to sit on. There's
bleachers to sit on. Whatever you want. You call them stands. I think stands. Different areas of the world probably call them different. It doesn't matter. What is one of the funniest drunk moments you guys have had together? I haven't really been too drunk. The drunkest I've been around Allison has been when you guys have seen me on stream, and that was just me playing Battlefield. Allison got pretty drunk at a work thing one time when we went out to a bar, club kind of thing, and homegirl was just backing it up, twerking. Not twerking, but she was definitely shaking her booty. It was pretty fun. Yeah. Either of you have any tattoos, plans to get one, and or what would they be?
I have one tattoo.
You want to just show it real quick?
That's all right. Okay. It's just, it's at the base of my neck, and it's just a fan. I would like to get more.
Like it's like a paper fan you'd
Like a-
wave, not
yeah.
like a woo, woo, woo,
Not
woo,
like
woo.
I got a ceiling fan.
You never know.
That'd actually be pretty funny. That'll be my next one. I'm just only fan tattoos.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
a
I'll get
fan
like a
of
foam
fans?
finger that's like, woo, number one fan.
Oh my god.
No.
I don't have any. We've talked about tattoos, not like we're gonna get like a heart that's, but we have talked about like getting tattoos at the same time as each other or whatever, going together, I guess.
Each other.
Whatever. When you guys moved in together, did either of you have any items that the other person was like, please don't bring that to the apartment?
What?
That's really funny.
That is
I
funny.
haven't read these questions. These are ones I haven't read yet.
I don't think so.
No, I don't have anything. Your mom kept trying to give us stuff that I was like, we don't need that.
Yeah.
But
That was sweet of her.
I think we were both grown up enough that it's not like I have like naked lady posters. Like the most immature thing I have is this. What is your favorite food that the other person cooks? That's a good one. My contact. Go ahead.
I think you make really good steak.
Yes, this is my favorite food. And she makes, you make amazing vegetables, but that, like, anytime she's like, hey, do you want me to cook? I always ask for, like, this breaded chicken she makes that I absolutely love. Oh, my God, it's so good. I don't even know what it's called.
I don't know either.
Like,
Just make it.
Garlic breadcrumb chicken. It's amazing. I skipped one here. What is each of your favorite photos, posters, decorations you guys have in the apartment?
Yeah. We have our paintings from...
The paintings are cute. That was one thing with the proposal.
They're not great.
Yeah. That was one thing with the proposal was I knew that the painting we'd get to keep and that'd be kind of cool. So we have it hanging up. But my favorite is the American flag out in the living room that my brother-in-law made. And like, if you guys haven't seen it, it's made out of wood. And then the stars on the flag are .45 caliber casings, which is pretty cool. Yeah. What are your favorite alcoholic drinks?
May or may not use this as a suggestion. I just like a good old margarita or some Moscato wine.
I really like gin and tonics, if it's the right gin. I don't like beer, which we've discussed. Like rum and Coke. I really like just like mixed drinks like that. I don't really do shots these days. I don't really like wine that much. I guess with alcohol I'm kind of picky, but just like a rum and Coke or a gin and tonic, 7 and 7, stuff like that. DeeO, on a scale of 1 to pumpkin spice latte, how white girl is Allison? She pushes it, dude. She pushes it
Pretty
hard.
white.
She's like,
Pretty white.
she doesn't have actual UGG boots, but she'll wear boots and get her PSL and...
What boots do I have that are like... Okay, they're normal boots. They're not Ugg boots.
I said they weren't. Anyway,
But I'm pretty... Yeah.
pretty basic. Allison, on a scale of 1 to blacked out Honda 250, how moto bro is DeeO?
All the way.
Because I'm a bro.
Bro. All the way.
Yeah, man, you know me. I don't have one near me. I got flat bills and the shades. I can bro
Do you
out
still
pretty
have
hard.
that tank top that's like
Oh,
railing ruts
Railing ruts and nailing sluts.
sluts?
Yeah, I do have that.
That might have been an object that you could have not
Yeah,
brought to the...
I don't think that's been out of the closet since ever. I've never worn it in public. Will you guys go out shopping for a Christmas tree to bring home and decorate? And can we get a vlog? We actually don't get Christmas trees. No, I'm just kidding. We don't get real trees.
No. We
We
just
have
have
a-
a little one.
We have an
That's our
apartment
gift.
size, a little 4 foot tall. Yeah, you've probably seen it in Snapchat. But yeah, so it's just a fake tree. But
It serves its purpose.
yes, and it was already up before this, so sorry. If you guys enjoyed the college hockey game, would you guys want to follow the Colorado Avalanche season more and go to some NHL games? I would love to, man. That'd be a lot of fun. I've heard those tickets are really expensive, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been trying to get more and more into hockey, and it's definitely exciting and cool. Do enjoy it. Aside from MXSX, are there any other motorsport series you've contemplated tuning into on the TV?
Any other motorsports?
Well, like you talk about F1 so much. I know I have a lot of friends that talk about F1, but I don't know. I've just never really gotten into it. Or like even super bikes or road bike kind of racing. I don't know, man. So I guess honestly, no, not really. I used to really like watching the the World Rally Championships, WRC, like actual rally car racing. I used to like that a lot. Colorado is a snowy place. Have you guys ever? That one's already asked. Skiing or snowboarding. Final 2 questions. What would we be doing if Quags was here right now?
I'd be awkwardly sitting there like, hello.
All right, and then what? That was his next question.
Oh.
What would we be doing if I was there right now? Haha, and then what?
Answer to
All right, guys, that's gonna do. We are literally at 1 hour right now. So this was a long answer video. Most of you probably didn't watch it, and in tomorrow's video, you're gonna ask one of the questions we answered in this video. But that's how she goes. So you guys, everyone who asked questions, thank you. If I didn't answer it, I apologize, but thank you for asking anyway. I didn't mean to be like, oh yeah, I don't know what to say about Roxon on a Honda. I don't know what to say. He's on a Honda. He looked good at Monster Energy Cup. I don't have answers to these things. I'm sorry. Did you have fun doing this though?
Yeah.
She pinky promised she'd be in more videos. So awesome. Now she's a conductor. But all right, guys. Thank you so much though for real. Hit that like button if you're still watching. You're beasts. You're legends. Do you have anything else to say to them? Hardcore. You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. From School of Rock. For real though, guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I got my antelope today. My dad got his yesterday. So that means... Stop it. You can leave now. So that means next weekend should be able to ride, weather pending, because we are in Colorado and it is snowy. But we'll see what's going on. So you guys, thank you for joining Allison and I. Had a lot of fun answering your questions. And until next time.
Take it easy.
And if it's easy,
take it twice.
We'll talk to you later.